What's going on? What's up, y'all? How's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? Pretty good, I hope. And me? I'm alright. Feeling 1,000 times better. What's going on with you? What's up? Welcome to the doghouse, y'all. So, screen is not super great, but whatever, I don't care. Yeah, hope you all doing alright tonight. Feeling like a little bit of Iceborne after turn that down a little bit so it's not quite so loud. After going on the series of short hiatuses that I seem to be constantly going on, I felt like it was time to pick up Iceborne. It was on sale a couple weeks ago, and right after Christmas, I guess. So I was like, you know what, I'll get it. I really wanted to get it, and I figured I might as well get it while it was on sale. Well, it was a little bit cheaper. But then that meant that I had to finish vanilla Monster Hunter, which I did, mostly. I did not beat Behemoth, but that's because I'm a huge loner when I play this game. I play like 99% solo when I play Monster Hunter. I would play multiplayer more, and in fact, I have been doing like SOSs and stuff like that. I've been helping people on hunts on occasion, and I like it. I like doing that. I'll probably do it more with Iceborne, just because it is nice to have. Plus, there's like benefits in game that I was not previously aware of helping people. Besides just getting quest rewards, there's like some Palico stuff apparently that you get for doing that. So I'll be doing a little bit more of that. And of course now, even though technically this is like starting from scratch in terms of gear, because all the gear in Iceborne is like super good, right? Like it's the best master rank gear and weapons are like by default better than like, I'm sorry, the worst. Maybe I did say the worst, I don't know. Man, my brain is so screwed up. But the worst gear and the worst weapons in the Iceborne expansion are better than mostly. There are, I think, I'm currently using sticks, insect glaive mainly with an health augmentation, blah, blah, blah. And it works pretty good. Now I did craft a weapon that's a little bit better in terms of damage, but it doesn't have razor sharp. So, you know, until I get something significantly better in multiple ways, I'm probably not going to deviate from what I'm using at the moment, especially since it's elementalist. I mean, technically, I think blast is considered an elemental thing, even though I don't really consider it. I don't consider status effects to be elements personally. But anyway, we'll search. Actually, no, we'll just make one. If I feel like really diving in with some people later, I'll switch to, maybe I'll matchmake a session. But anyway, I love this game so much. I love it. It scratches all of the itches that I get when it comes to make the number real big, do the big damage, kill monster as fast as you can, or capture. Okay. Shout outs to that PC Gamer review on Iceborne. Not mentioning captures a single time. You know. But anyway, that's another thing. I'm not going to dive into that too much. But, let's see. So, So, wait a minute. I think my game's... Yep, I forgot to turn my game volume on. I probably should do that. There you go. Now you can hear the game. Sounds like that came across. Yep. I think he talks too, so I don't really need to Um, hold on. Let me switch my audio over. Okay. Gotta just make a change real quick. There we go. Okay. I think that's gonna do it. Might be wrong though, but we'll see. I was having some trouble getting my my audio to work without the headphones plugged in. So I guess if any notifications pop up, you know, we'll be able to know if there's sound or not. I hope there is, but if there's not, I'll fiddle with it later. Or if all else fails, I'll just plug my headphones in back into the PC. I mean, I play Monster Hunter a lot of times without game audio anyway. Just because unless like there's like major plot stuff going on, it's like pretty much noise isn't really a major deal. Anyway, so now I will say I have done a couple of the story quests already, like some of the early story quests. I would be lying to say that like this is my very first time touching anything in Iceborne, because it's not true. I've played a little bit. I've played like maybe 2 or 3 of the story missions. I think the last thing I did was
you have a minute?
The quest where you have to fight the Nightshade Palamu and
the weather report states
the
that the
Coral
hinterlands is due
Puke.
for a blizzard soon. If we're going to find
Both
them,
are interesting.
best hurry.
I guess if I had to say like one thing that I really like right off the bat with some of these monsters, like a lot of them are just reworked versions of the vanilla monsters. But that's really kind of okay because, especially when I was fighting the Viper Kadachi, what I thought was interesting is the Viper Kadachi has poison, which, you know, Toby Kadachi in vanilla has, you know, thunder and paralysis. But Viper Kadachi has poison, and he does so many attacks that proc poison, and not only does do you get it very frequently if you're not careful, but it also eats away your health a lot faster than monsters that do poison in vanilla Monster Hunter. Which the reason I like that is because I feel like it increases the importance of the poison resistance, right? What's up, Goges? I don't know how you say that, but I'm gonna take a crack at it. I'm just gonna call you Dan. Is that all right? Because I know your name. I know who you are, at least by name. So I'll just call you Dan. So I'll make a fool of myself. What's going on, man? How's it going? Doing all right? But yeah. So they made poison resistance feel more important, which, you know, on one hand it's like you know, that sucks that you actually have to put some skill points into something besides you know, the stuff you want. It's never as fun to have to put more emphasis on defensive skills over offensive skills. Like, you know, like everybody wants to build up crit eye and crit boost and weakness exploit and attack boost and all that, but it's like, you know, there's a lot of monsters where you have to kind of back off on some of that stuff and worry about other things. When I was fighting Arch-Tempered Nergigante, and especially Arch-Tempered Xenojiva, not bad. Watching yours and May's stream. Oh, May's streaming right now? That's cool. What's she playing? I didn't even look. I thought I saw a notification earlier, but I've just been scrambling trying to get started this evening, so oh, we got stuff. Getting some of that thick fur, girl. Alright, but yeah, so anyway, I was fighting Arch. How about you? You like it? I love Monster Hunter, man. I love it. It's one of the few games she's playing Dark Souls. Oh man. Oh wow. How's it going? Is she doing okay, or is she getting worked? I love Dark Souls. I still haven't played I've played everything. I've played all 3 Dark Souls all the way through. except for Dark Souls 3 DLC. I still have yet to do the DLC for Dark Souls 3. But Dark Souls DLC is like super difficult compared to like the base games. And I remember when I played Dark Souls 2, I actually I remember I actually accidentally went into one of the DLC areas for Dark Souls 2 like probably a lot sooner than I should have. And it wasn't really, I didn't realize it when I was in the zone and when I was fighting the boss until like I finally beat the boss, which it took me forever to get to the zone, and it took me like several hours of fighting with the boss. I want to say it was Fume Knight, if I remember. Fume Knight in Dark Souls 2 was really tough. But when I finally beat him, I did some research on an item that he'd get from him, and I was like, oh, of course that was DLC. But you know, here's the thing. If you're playing Dark Souls and you're getting absolutely, you know, you put yourself through all of that, it makes the base game like seem like cake. Because I remember getting through those DLCs before beating the game, and then like the final boss was just nothing in comparison to the challenge that the DLC bosses put forth. Dark Souls 2 is supposed to be the worst of the three. It's hard to say which one, in my opinion, is the worst, because they all kind of have stuff that's a pain in the butt. I think Dark Souls 2... There we go. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I bumped my microphone. What are you doing? Are you dancing? You want to dance? You want to dance?
No.
No. You don't want to see. You don't want to see you dancing?
No, I'm going to sleep then.
Yeah. I saw. I got a little note. Thankfully, I got a little notification that said that Windows lost connection to it. So. But yeah. Dark Souls map, I mean, like the layout was a little bit. It was easy to get lost in Dark Souls 2. Like it was, and there's a lot of moments where you kind of go like, where am I supposed to go now, right? Like what's the next path? Dark Souls 1, I mean, technically you could kind of go wherever you wanted, but it was like very harshly implied. The path that you're supposed to follow was harshly implied, because if you didn't follow the sort of intended path that the game sort of puts forth, you kind of got wrecked, right? Like you get the graveyard at the beginning, right? You get to Firelink, and then like you go and you wander in the graveyard, and what happens every time? Everybody sees the skeletons, they fight the skeletons, they try to run away from the skeletons, and then they die, right? And then you're kind of like, well, screw that, I'm not going that way. And then what they do next is they go down the lift. I'm sorry, yeah, they go down to that lift that takes you down to, what is the name of that city with the ghosts? I can't remember now. But they go to the area that's got the ghosts. Then they die there because you need the item, because you don't know that you need the item, the curse item, to be able to even fight the ghosts. And then you take the item to fight them, and then you realize, oh, they're very hard to kill anyway. So you kind of get the hint when you finally go towards the undead burg, and realize, oh, I can actually kill these guys. They're not super hard. They all have very little hand holding, and that's the beauty of the game. Yeah, there's certain things, like if I see somebody that's playing it and they're like fairly new. Like, I don't want a backseat game because I don't want to like tell them like exactly how to play, but there are certain things that I feel like it's not. You want people to suffer, but you don't want them to get like 3/4 of the way through the game and realize, oh my god, I made so many mistakes that like my character's really bad, right? Like I wish I could reset a lot of this stuff. The number one thing that I like to tell anybody that's new to it to save them at least save them down the road, not necessarily at the very beginning. Go ahead, make them.
What's the breed?
Hmm.
What's the breed?
Oh, 375. No, 350. Put on 350, and I cooked them for 9 minutes.
You probably had it on too long.
No, I had it on 350. I'm pretty sure. It's hard to tell because the 350 on our oven is faded. And you can't read it, but yeah.
Our kids are so cute when they're sleeping.
The number one thing, they are very cute in their sleep. I do agree with that. No, I'll get to it. I guess I keep forgetting my point, and then it's coming back. So it is no, it's okay, babe. Don't put points in resistance. Never, ever, ever put points in resistance. I don't care what anybody says. It's a worthless skill. Don't do it. That's the only thing. Everything else in the game, every other skill has a very specific use. And also, you know, like I like to tell people, if you know, hey, if you know, if you're focusing on certain, don't put your points, don't spread your points out evenly either. Like, pick a character that you want, pick like a style you want, and then stick your points there. And then if they want to know, you know, like, how does dexterity work? How does strength work? How does scaling work? Right? People don't know about scale. When you play Dark Souls from scratch, there's just like 1,000,001 things that you don't know that are never directly explained on a level that can be frustrating. But the thing is, once you know how those systems work, how they're intended to work, it makes playing that game a lot more fun, in my opinion, because then you can focus on you know what you need to do, and then you can focus on doing that, right? So like when I like officially played through Dark Souls 1, like I sat down and was like, okay, I'm gonna play it beginning to end. I knew that I wanted to have like a dexterity, right? I wanted to use a weapon that was very quick, and I wanted to have a ton of stamina, health. Like, I mean, if I could have like a lot of health, be able to tank a lot of hits, that's cool. But mainly dexterity and endurance were my focus, and just having that made that game more enjoyable for me. But like I said, I don't want to be like one of the people that's like telling somebody exactly where to go at all times, because that can get annoying. Backseat gaming is really annoying. Okay, what do I got right now? I've got, that looks like my, that's my kill with attack buff set. So I really need to throw in an item set that has, alright, I'll tell you what. This, alright, I'm gonna get rid of this, because I never even fought Cold Taroth anyway.
There's sugar everywhere.
Is it like little, yeah, little,
Yes, it's everywhere.
I have to get like the,
Stupid cat.
yeah, freaking, our cat knocked over all of our sugar, so, oh
The
well, almost all of
container
it, the
it was
container, and
in.
it broke it. I don't remember what I made that set for either, but I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm sure it was probably for a specific monster from vanilla, which I don't really, not really gonna be doing any more high rank. It's gonna be mostly master rank from here. Okay. What do I need? Where's the capture base? Alright, I'm gonna, okay, I've already got, no I don't. Alright, I need to have a multiplayer loadout, so let's get some life powders. I don't remember how to make life powders. Godbug and blue mush? Okay. So, I have 10 of those. And let's get 10 of those. So that way we can make more of that. No radio menu. So this is something that I wish I had started doing like sooner in the game as well, because I didn't really start paying attention to a lot of stuff, as I'm sure most players don't. Radio menus are like, having those set up for each item kit you have is so helpful. Like, it makes fighting, especially really difficult monsters, it makes fighting them a lot easier. Also, I need to change this, because this needs to be max potion. This needs to be our other mantle. Well, I'll tell you what, let's get this. I don't think I have with this kit, I don't think I have, what do I have in my pouch? I've got max potions. I don't have the stuff to make more. All I've got is, okay. Alright. So all I've got is the stuff to make more life powder, so I'll need to throw that in. In fact, where crafting, there we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm doing a little management, just trying to get that. This was capture base. So we'll save that. Do the radio. Well, I guess the radio menu probably already was overwritten. We'll call it cap. Base. Multiplayer. See, and this is another thing about this game that it's like, okay, I can't make that work, so I'll just call it MP. That's fine. I try to get people into more people into this game that I know, but the truth is, if doing this kind of stuff, like optimizing armor sets and item sets and like trying to cut down your like times on fighting the same monsters, if that doesn't get you, like, if you don't like that sort of thing, this game is super not for you. Because this game is all about efficiency. Like, it's about, like, you got your list of monsters, and, you know, there are other versions of, like, the tougher ones that are, like, very hard to kill. Truthfully, I know nothing of Monster Hunter other than a few times I watched a friend play. Well, it's definitely not for everybody, but I think it's a really good game. I can't say I'm a Monster Hunter fan in general because I never played the old ones. I feel like it's really only fair for me to say I'm a Monster Hunter World fan because it's the only one I've played. So, I will say I love this game. I've heard the older ones are like way more difficult. But not in terms of just like the monsters being harder. It's apparently like you had a lot less. There are a lot less conveniences in terms of like how the systems in the older games work. Things were a lot more. There were a lot more pain in the ass mechanics than there are now, which is good. Like, you know, that they made it the way that they did for now, because I think that's part of why this game was so successful in general versus the older ones. But, I mean, if you want to get in, if it's something that you're considering playing, another tip I would give you is try all the weapons, okay? I think this is another problem that some people might run into, where they'll pick a weapon and they'll use it, and they won't like the weapon, but they'll attribute the way that fighting with that weapon feels to the entire game. They'll be like, well, the game doesn't really grip me, right? I don't really like it because it's kind of a pain. It's hard, it's a slog to fight monsters because it takes forever. But I say try every weapon before you decide you're done with the game, because they're all so fighting with each of them is so different. Like the way you have to approach monsters and the way you build your armor or your skill sets and all that stuff, it's all heavily and every weapon has its own system too. Like I love the Insect Glaive. I use it like 99% of the time. I'll use the hammer sometimes for specific monsters, and I've tried the bow a couple times. And the bow, see, the bow looks like a lot of fun. Like, I want to like the bow, but I just haven't put enough time into it. But I love the insect glaive. Like, immediately, I was kind of hooked when I saw it because it, not so much because of the insect buffs, but like the mobility. I love that I can just I can fling myself in the air and just like fly away when I'm in trouble, or fling myself towards monsters to continue pressuring them. Like, I'm always a fan of weapons that give you weapons with a lot of mobility, which is, I know the hammer's not necessarily, doesn't sound like a very mobile weapon, but it does have a charge move that you can use to do like sort of a slow sprint around and charge up like a big uppercut swing, or like a big big like spinning swing that does a lot of damage. So, it's like I said, it's not ideal in most situations. I wouldn't use it generally because I don't like I don't like being restricted to the ground quite so much. So I don't use like great swords, or I've tried the longsword, and the longsword's cool. I do like the way the longsword plays, but not enough to really use it a lot. So, I've pretty much gone heavy into the insect glaive. And that's pretty much all I've used for the majority of Monster Hunter, and that's not going to change because to me it's the most fun weapon. But that's kind of what I was getting at, was like you gotta try all the weapons, because you may hate all the weapons that you used, and then you might find one that just makes the game like 100 times more fun for you. So it's just but let's see. What do we got? Barioth? Oh wait, I'm still in Master. I need to see. See, I never fought Arch-Tempered Val or Kieran, but apparently Nergigante was the Arch-Tempered Nergigante was like the hardest in terms of like the Arch-Tempered monsters, and if I was able to beat him and Xeno'jiiva, I'm sure I could beat these guys. So, but I'll do that later. I think all the Arch-Tempered monsters have their own layered armor set that you can unlock by beating them however many times. But right now I'm kind of happy with the layered armor I've got. So we'll go ahead and do this because I want to see this guy. I've run into him before. I've run into him, but I haven't hunted him, so we're gonna see. Let's go get us something to eat. Okay. What ingredients do we have? Based on the name of this quest, I'm gonna go with probably gonna need to buff elemental resistance somewhat. I don't have enough for. See, what's kind of annoying about the fresh ingredients is like most of them. It seems like since I started playing Iceborne, the defensive ones, the fish, have been like most of the fresh ingredients have been fish. Which gives you a defense buff, which is fine, but I recall that giant horn that acted as a weapon. Hunting horn, yes, it's not very popular, but it's not a very popular weapon, but it's a really good support weapon. Like, oh no, okay, it doesn't do a ton of damage by itself, but like I said, it does. You can use it. You can buff your teammates with it, basically. And yourself, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure you can buff yourself. And this was one of my favorite parts of this game. They make like just the most delicious looking. Look at that! It just falls. It's falling off the bone. If it's even on a bone, I don't think it is. It might be. Some big old cheesy bread. Probably some like booze there. You know, just makes your mouth water. But yeah, it's a cool weapon. In fact, I probably should try it out. I honestly, like, admittedly, I said earlier you should try every weapon in the game. I personally have not done that, but I found a weapon that I like, so I didn't feel like it was as important for me to try everything. But I do feel like it might be a good idea for me to learn the light bow gun, because I think it's, you know, it's probably advantageous in some cases to be able to use a ranged weapon. And the light bow gun, from what I've heard, it's not a hard weapon to use once you understand it. It's just a little complex in terms of like learning how to maintain, like how to manage your ammo types and stuff like that. Once you learn what you need to bring with you in a hunt and exactly how to use that ammo, like learning the best times to use things like sticky ammo and using your like paralysis or sleep ammo or stuff like that. Once you learn how to use all that stuff, it's actually pretty easy to take monsters down with things like the light or the heavy bow gun. So I'll probably get in that at some point, but there hasn't been a challenge that I haven't that within reason that I haven't been able to do with the insect glaive. So I'm gonna stick with that. Behemoth doesn't really count because Behemoth is specifically designed to be a. And by the way, you play if you play. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you play Final Fantasy, if you play FF14, I'll get the words out. Don't worry, they'll come out eventually. If you play FF14, my poor little guy back there is not feeling too great. The Behemoth comes from that game, apparently. So, in fact, there's a whole quest line around meeting characters that I'm pretty sure are from that game. Ooh, more hot peps. Take that. Also, go ahead and pop this guy. All right, so when the hunt turns up, and I start fighting, I may not be talking quite as much just because I can multitask super not great at all. So I'll try to. Oh, hello. Oh, you don't play FF14? Okay. I thought I was in one of May's streams, and I thought I remember somebody in there talking about Final Fantasy 14, but I guess it wasn't you. It might have been somebody else. But yeah, the Behemoth creature, he's also, like, unlike other monsters in this game. I watched a few people play, but I couldn't get into it. Yeah, Final Fantasy in general, it's been hard for me. Like, I'm trying 10 right now. I'm gonna give it a fair shake. I'm gonna play it through and see how I feel. And I know people will say, like, you know, people will say, well, but you got to play this one, right? You got to play. I never played FF7. I never played any of them. And you know, like I said, I know you got to kind of give it. You have to play it, right? You have to before you really have an opinion on it. That's fine. I'm playing 10 right now. I'm gonna see how I feel after I get all the way through. And you know, if I get to the end and I really enjoy it, I'll try some other ones. But if I don't, then I'm not. I just won't. I didn't play 7 as a kid, so I don't really have that attachment to it that a lot of people
they've managed to learn
do.
anything about the shipwreck and that shard? I can't wait to hear all about it.
So.
Let's hurry. We need to confirm their safety.
Yeah, but you can't really compare the old ones with the FF MMOs. Yeah, that's true. Like, I don't. To be honest, I was kind of surprised that when I found out that there were Final Fantasy MMOs. Like, I didn't think that was a thing. Or, I mean, I guess I just didn't know that was a thing, but... I mean, that's cool. This is not something that I...
Snow's starting to come down hard.
Not something that I'll probably ever get into. And it mainly, that comes down to, like, time. Like, I don't have, you know, I don't have the amount of hours to put in that I used to into video games in general, so it's like, you know, fighting games and Monster Hunter, and then like maybe like one like adventure game or some kind of like single player experience is usually what's in my rotation of games. And like Monster Hunter has been, I've been on and off, and I kind of went on like a long stretch where I didn't play it at all.
Which also means
And I kind of wish I hadn't, because every time I come back, like if I feel like I'm losing interest in Monster Hunter, a lot of times it's just because I haven't played it for a while. And then it's like the second I start playing it again, like I'm in. Like I want to play it. I want to play it a bunch. So, oh, did I bring? Okay, yes, I did bring a capture kit. Oh, what do we got? That's usually how it happens. Yeah. It is true. Sometimes you fall off of stuff after a while and like you lose interest just because you simply haven't played it. But Monster Hunter is just one of the few games where I can jump back in and want to get back in and stay in. Unlike there's been other games, but whoa, that is not what. Maybe I saw a different monster. About to smash those teeth. And I don't feel bad about it one bit. Alright. PC gamer. Not even a little. Let's go. Alright.
target engaged. Secure the area to allow for safe
You can use
extraction.
the SOS flare, but I don't want to. Barrieth. I think it's with a TH. But yeah. Oh boy. Invincibility frames. Okay, I don't have my buffs. I should have brought my buffs. Oh no, don't take that off. Alright, you gotta feel this guy out here. You got ice. Alright, so I should know by now never to dive. Whoa! Am I dead? Oh, oh god. It's a Viper Kadachi. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'll take that. How far away am I? There's gotta be another camp. I gotta keep looking around Hoarfrost. I need to go on like an expedition and look up, or you know what? At this point, I could probably just look up camps. I hate to do that way, but like that's another thing in Monster Hunter. There's a lot of little things that you can unlock, but you kind of have to like, you kind of have to cheat a little bit because it's such a pain. Like a lot, like for example, the canteen ingredients. So like, when you eat your pre-hunt meal, early on in the game, you have like hardly any ingredients, and really, like, you know, your buffs only go so high or whatever. But like, when you get into high rank, like, there's a whole lot of ingredients you can unlock, but unless you're like looking for them, you're not like. Well, I wasted the temporal mantle, but whatever. Unless you're looking for them, or you're looking up a guide on how to get them, you're not going to find them just naturally. At least not for a long time. Whoa, he's got ice tornadoes. That's crazy. There's 3. There we go. Back. Dude, I just want him out. That's all I want. Ooh, I'm doing like no damage. There we go. Alright, his tail looks like we can sever it, so. But I don't know anything about him, but I'm gonna try. I want to bust his teeth up, but I don't think. Usually, insect glues aren't super reliable for that sort of thing. But they usually sever really well. Also, I should have brought my buffs for this, and I didn't. My attack buffs. I guess I could go get them. Oh, I think he's. Yeah, he's paralyzed. Okay. That's what Calico was doing. Drop something over there. Woo! He's going nuts. So now the question is, does the tail give me health buffs? It does, yes. That, if you can get, if your Kinsect can get heals from the tail of a monster, that makes the fight like 10 times easier. Especially if you have a Kinsect that gives you a lot of health from tail extracts. This guy is super fast though. Okay, he's moving pretty quick. So, and he's enraged though. I also didn't flinch him when he wasn't enraged, but it's alright. Should have dove through that, but I didn't. Okay. Alright. Oh no, am I stunned? Oh no! Quickly! Alright, so I might have to bring stun resistance for this guy because he's so fast. To at the very least. Okay. I gotta remember not to. Okay, he's tired. Oh, he's running. Okay. Well, time to sharpen. I'm coming for you. Nope. Boa. Is that you? Oh, gotta hit that hot drink real quick. Also, probably should go ahead and hit this first aid. I don't remember. I don't know if I have. Do I have peak performance? I don't think I have peak performance on this set. Nope. I had that skill on for so long that I'm not used to not having it. Oh, nope. Man, the hitboxes on this guy make me nervous. He did, like, usually when monsters, like, they flop their tails around and stuff on attacks, a lot of times that makes it difficult to dodge. Tempo's back up. Forgot to use Rocksteady. I need to use Rocksteady too. Boy, he's aggressive. Even when he's not raging. He's tired. Get in there. No, get on his face. Oh no, man. Ooh, look at all the Rage. This is a bad idea, but I'm getting greedy. Oh no, Tremors! Oh, I don't have any buffs. I was gonna say I should be. Oh god. Oh. God. Okay. Whew. God, he's so fast. We're back in there. Oh boy. Oh, help. Let me go. Oh god, please. I need to switch to rocks. Health back. Orange. Go back for the tail again. Use a flash fly. Use that. And I'm gonna try to stay on the tail. I'm gonna pop a ration. Stamina's getting a little low. Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's been so long since I've actually actively tried to stay on it. I forgot they can just knock. Oh, okay. Just out of there. Give me some tail. There it is. Get on him. Oh no, it's gonna go right into the hall. Yes. Take that off. Slick's tired. No, he doesn't have the little symbol for me today, but his movement seems well. Spoke too soon. You good? Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. Oh, wedge beetles. Okay. So much for that. This is another thing I'm trying to do in Iceborne is pay more attention to the environment. Let me hit this ration real quick. Gotta get that stamina back. Cortex. Might have to take a break after this hunt, y'all, for just a minute. I think my little one needs a little extra attention. Oh, buffs. Gotta get the buffs. There we go. There we go. Okay. Don't have to know about it. That's too far. Help. Well, I don't know how many times I can get away with that claw attack, but I keep just missing the claw. He's enraged though, so we can't even go. Oh, the temporal blade. Put that right on. Bro. Oh, I didn't carve his tail. Oh, I need to go back and do that. Next time he runs, I'll go back. I super forgot to carve his tail. No, don't. Yeah, I forgot to do it. Yeah, don't do the claw while they're enraged. Get away and get bopped. Oh, it's Fanginath. Fanginath. Alright, they're gonna fight for a second, so let me get back up here. I hope I didn't miss out on it. Or no. The tail might be gone. I might be out of luck. I might have missed it. No. Wax that. Oh no. Okay. Alright, time to hit a max. Sometimes when stuff gets hot, it's just easier to take one of those. It's more expensive in terms of like how much you're using there, but it's a quick quick reset, which is always. If you're feeling like you need to get your health back quick, that's the best way to do it. Especially if you're not comfortable with the situation and you feel like you might get popped. You ask for the health and fame. Now wait, I discovered him on this hunt. I saw it. I just didn't register that I discovered it. Hit him and I didn't mean to. Please don't fight me. I don't want to mess with you right now. Really am not interested. He's going off and minding his own business. And he heals. Oh yes, it's time. No, get on his head. There we go. Break those teeth. Come out. I need to get on his head. That's fine. Get that attack buff real quick. There we go. Did we get both or just one? It looks like both. Yep, both broken. And he's stunned or paralyzed. Oh yeah. Time. Let's go. Man, he's got a lot of his lunges have like a secondary attack. I think that's what's getting me sometimes when he's coming in. Is he's doing like he'll do his initial swipe and then he'll turn around and get like one more good swipe. He's not happy about it. Mistake for you. Oh, I thought that was about to knock me over. Doing some parkour. Parkour. Best time to go in is when they're stunned, for sure, or when they're like, when you hit them and they kind of have to take a second. You streaming a while? Yes. Yeah, I'll be on for a while. I'm gonna take a short break after this hunt's over. Try to help my wife get my little one to go to sleep because he's being a little stubborn. It sounds like back there. So I'm gonna go help her with that real quick, and then I'll be back. And then yeah, I'm gonna be. This is, like I said, this is the first time I'm getting like a significant amount of time with Iceborne, so I'll be playing a lot. gotta be getting overlooked for a bit. Alright, well, I appreciate you being here at all, man. Very nice of you. Regardless. Oh, I guess that slam down also does, oh, he's tired. Time to get on there and do some damage. Alright. Go for the head. Boy, he's tough. He's still not down yet, or he's still not ready to be captured. This also could be a sign that the weapon I'm using is not as efficient as it needs to be for these hunts. Because the first couple monsters I could take down pretty easily with it, but this one seems to be taking a little bit longer than the others. Oh, that's it. He's ready. Okay, now he's ready. Just needed one more good tap, glove tap, and now he's ready to go. So. Oh, there he's just asleep. He would certainly add an extra level of cuteness to the stream.
Threat eliminated. Let's find those two and complete our mission.
Frozen bone. Well, that wasn't okay. So he wasn't too bad. The big takeaway from that hunt: stun resistance might be a good skill to have against this guy, since he attacks so quickly. Even when he's not enraged, he seems to attack pretty often. Again, it seems like it took a while to get him down to enough health to where I can capture him, but that could be just because, like I said, my equipment's just becoming less and less efficient, or less and less viable.
During our search, we noticed a Barioth was nearby.
I think I guess. And also, I guess there were some stretches where I wasn't really attacking them very frequently. But
for one thing, the ship was covered.
Anytime I fight a monster for the first time, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious because you don't really want to get in. Temporal Mantle kind of helps with that a little bit.
It came from something far, far more dangerous.
Because you kind of have the freedom to just get in without worrying about getting hit.
It looks new.
At least with anything, without anything substantial, without taking any substantial damage, rather.
How about you? Find out anything? Frozen monsters. Huh. Barioths aren't known for that sort of thing.
So then... Singing?
Looks like Kushala.
It's from that.
Is that Iceborne Kushala?
Dang! That was close. That's it. The monster that attacked the Legiana flock. No. It's heading...
I do also like that the Estera environments are still part of the... I thought Iceborne was going to be all Hoarfrost Reach.
Volcano.
So I was a little relieved to see that there's like master rank versions of the older monsters.
What now?
So there's still a reason to fight them, and they all have their own. They have gear. They have their own gear sets too that are improved for
You're
master
closing
rank.
in on the truth.
So
But you're going to need his help. That elder dragon is going to be a problem.
We'll meet soon. Whatever happens, please be careful. Let's go, partner.
all right, sweet, you did it. All right, give me just a few minutes, guys. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back shortly, and then we'll stream for a while. So, all right, I'm on real quick. Turn that off. Okay. I'm back. Alright, I've been trying to get my son to sleep on the mattress that he's gonna sleep on in his crib, and it's been a bit of a struggle. We're gonna take it easy on him tonight, though. Let him just kind of do what's comfortable for now. But yeah, so had to go try to soothe that situation, and I think we're gonna be good for now. So anyway, so very off. We got some goodies. We got a wyvern gem, good. 2 face stones, it looks like. Perfect. I'm gonna need some more level 4 decos. Let's see. I didn't get any though. KO Jewel Resistor. I'm glad your hunter rank still get like from vanilla Monster Hunter. I'm glad that still goes up with these hunts. Sweet. Alright, well. Oh, finally got Viper Kadachi up to level 1. Velkhana. Back to Astera we go.
Thanks for assembling on such short notice. There's been a bit of alarming news from
You
the
don't
hinterlands.
say.
I'll let the 5th take it from here.
Thank you, sir.
We've been doing everything else.
Recently, we've been discovering monsters in the Hoarfrost Reach that have been completely frozen. And we finally identified the culprit. An elder dragon by the looks of it.
You don't say.
This elder dragon was last seen flying across the sea, roughly in the direction of where we are now. It's likely already here in the New World.
So, there you have it. I think it would be best if we started looking into precautionary measures.
Thanks to our trusty tracker's meticulous observations, we
Oh,
think we've
yes.
correctly identified the monster. It is an elder dragon known as Velkhana, the Iceborne wyvern. Very few sightings, but they have all been by mountaineers
It's like an
or
icy
explorers
Kushala.
that ventured deep. Records say
Let's
it
just
would
hope that
freeze other creatures
it's not
with
as
the
much of a
merest
pain in the ass to
breath
fight
or
as
flap
Kushala
of its
to Dora.
wings. We'd always assumed these.
If an elder dragon this powerful has a
Kushala's not really hard
then it's all but
in terms of
proof
like
some drastic change in
the
environment.
you know power of their attacks and all that. It's just all the stupid wind
I agree, Commander.
stuff.
If I'm
is
not
a pain
mistaken,
to deal with.
we can consider the Legiana crossing to be the clearest sign of that change.
You're suggesting that the Legiana have led us to the cause of all this, then? Yes, that's... But first, we need to find this thing. I want the field team to split up and search each region for any unusual signs.
Yes, sir. We'll divide our resources and conduct a thorough investigation.
I trust you'll take care of threats from any unknown monsters you might find out there. And finally, provisions. We need to prepare for the worst. See to it that you secure as many emergency supplies as possible. That is all. Dismissed.
If Velkhana's in the New World, that's big news, but not the good kind.
What the
We're in charge
Chun-Li?
of finding any changes in the ancient forest.
Yeah, that's
Let's
a
go on an expedition
that's
and
a
have a look around.
downloadable outfit for the handler. If I really wanted to confuse you, I need to get hold on. I should have had this on for that cutscene. Put on Ryu. For a second, I thought you switched over to Street Fighter. No, there was just some Street Fighter. There was just some Street Fighter stuff that they added to the game. Oh no, not that. I don't want that. Commission. Yeah, there was just some Street Fighter costumes. There's also a Sakura costume too, but I don't know how to get that one. And that might be a female-only costume. Like, you may not be able to get that if you're a male character, but I might be wrong about that. Might see. Wait, how's that fertilizer looking?
Hey.
One left. Should be good on Might Seed for a bit. Let's see. 217, yeah. That should be fine. Honey's looking good at 300. Ooh. I need more flesh bug, I think. No. No, I've got plenty of flash pods. I don't need that right now. God bug. I need more god bug. That's what I need. Because I already make a lot of demon powders, and if I'm going to be throwing life powders in the mix, for sure going to need. And also, oh wait, life powder doesn't use god. Wait, hold on. Does it use god bug? It does. It mixes with blue mush. Okay. Oh, also, yeah, there we go. All right. What is the next quest? Oh, I don't have the next quest yet. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, okay, so we're now to the point where there's no quest, no direct quest, it's just go to Ancient Forest. Okay. That's fine. I guess I can start doing some of the optionals. I guess I don't really have a choice. Oops. Any of these? Okay. Let's see. Let's fight a master rank Jaggy. Let's see what he's all about. Brings. Bring a capture kit. Okay, yeah, gotta switch that to max potion. I don't know, man, I really don't know why I picked, I don't know why I picked first aid med to go in that slot. I think that was before I knew how valuable max potion, because for a while I didn't know max potions were like an insta heal. I thought their only purpose was to increase your max health to like the max possible health you can get. I did not know that they just instantly filled your health bar, which is super good in certain situations. Okay, good. We got lots of attack. Let me see what the... What are the feline skills? Increases damage, extends vulnerability, makes rare endemic life slightly more. Well, attack up medium. I mean, I could just do... Could do a full... I could get a large attack up. Or go for acrobat. Riser. I always kind of forget what most of these do. Because I usually always go for red skills. Courage. Alright, let's go. Let's see what a Master Rank Jaggy looks like. Get our buffs. I don't know why it dropped me down here, because Great Jaggy isn't over here, just regular Jaggies. Like that bitter bug though. If the movement patterns are the same as usual, he's probably going to be over here. He usually comes through, eats one of these guys, and then kind of goes on a little walk to shed the calories. Aptonos? I think that's how you pronounce it. There he is, right on schedule. I bet he's not that tough. Like, curious to know what attacks can he even really have that's new in terms of, you know, like ferocity. Also, I'm pretty sure that like most of his body is just a big fat spot. Well, he does like no damage too. Yeah, he's gotta be. Is he already running away? Ooh, let's get all the goodies. Mountain plunder. Let me go. Get in there. Thank you. You were so helpful. Yeah, hold him there. Oh, you know what? I just thought about this. I wonder if the mount. I wonder if like your Palico's got it mounted. If that's like a normal mount, where you if you kind of get free damage because they're trying to buck him off. Interesting. Also, why did that not turn into potion? I need to fix that. Ah, I turned off Mega Potion. I need to turn that back on. Or it's because I have max Mega Potions. No, I'm sorry, not Mega Potion. Iron pouch is full, that's why. Even though creating potions would get rid of potions, but I guess the game can't assume that you're gonna make all potions for that to work. That's how you get real bad bugs that break the game real bad. Alright, come on. You need to quit going around. 3 damage. I think I'm mounting him either. I need to do that. I think the big Lave Slam that they added, I don't think that does mounting damage either. So that might be a better attack to do after you've already exhausted your mount for a little bit. Come on, bud. Alright. We're in there. We get bonus damage too. Oh, you man! Why you do that? That's why you always carry an herbal medicine or an antidote. Even if the monster you're fighting is not poisoned. If you don't have one, you get poisoned. I mean, if you're good, if you're really good, you can keep your health up, regardless, because it drains slow. But come on, sharpen quick. Well, this Jaggy's persistent, at least. He's taking quite a beating, and he's still standing. Get that red pit. Getting orange on this Jaggy is tougher than I remember. Also, why did he rage and then run away? Is he leading me somewhere? I need honey more than I need potion. Stop running! There we go. Get enough damage to stun him. I hit that big old belly. There it is. I actually wonder. Let's see. There we go. Now that was not the path that I expected him to go, but whatever, it worked out, I guess. Oh, he's down. He's ready to go. Let's go! Oh! May! With the 9 viewer rave. How's it going? Thank you so much. I appreciate it big time. How was your stream? How was the Dark Souls? When Dan told me you were playing some Dark Souls, and I was a little concerned for you, honestly, because I know how brutal that game can be. Also, thank you for the follow, Grave Dino. I appreciate it. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm doing all right. I'm excited to finally sit down and play Iceborne. I've gotten to sit down and play like an hour or two, like once or twice. Never played the game. Would you recommend it? 1000%. Absolutely. However, I do have to throw this out there. What's up, Pete? How are you? What's up, guys? Appreciate y'all hanging out. But yeah, Monster Hunter, and I really appreciate the raid from you, May. That's really cool of you to do that. Thank you. Bringing all the new faces. Some of them not new, but that's all right. Remind me again, Underdog. You playing this on Switch? No, I'm playing this on the Xbox One X.
If Velkhana's in the new world, that's big news, but not the good kind.
But yeah, this game is really good. But it scratches a very specific itch. Okay. It's the type of game, like, first of all, and Dan and I were talking about this earlier because we were kind of talking about like, the type of gamer you kind of have to be to really enjoy it. Number one, if you pick up the game, you have to try all the weapons. Okay, you gotta try all of them until you find one that you really like. Because I think I said this before too. A big problem that people will have when they get this game is they'll pick out a weapon that they think looks cool, but it won't be fun for them to use, and then the game's just kind of like a grind for them, like on a level that's more difficult than it probably should be. And then you get bored of it, and then you don't want to play it anymore, and you're like, oh, that game sucked, I didn't like it. But every weapon in this game is so, like, the mechanics of each weapon they're so different that it's not, I feel like there's almost a weapon for everybody. Like, there's something that you can find in game that suits your playstyle. Number two, if you don't like, if the concept of building like skill sets to kill monsters or take down monsters quicker, like faster and more efficiently, if that's not something like that gets you excited, then this game is not for you. Because that's what this game is basically. You've got the same list of monsters, right? It's not a gigantic list. I think there's like 30 something now with the expansion, maybe. But you're going to be fighting a lot of the same monsters. But the idea is you're grinding out for things like decorations that give you certain skills, and you're constantly building armor sets and item sets, and you're trying to improve. You're basically just trying to improve your kill times, or your hunt times rather. And of course, they're constantly releasing like bigger and tougher challenges. Like one of the last things that I did. Ooh, that's nice. One of the last things that I did before I got Iceborne was I finally took on some arch-tempered monsters, which are like the most difficult versions of some of the tougher monsters from vanilla Monster Hunter World, and they were really hard, and it took me like the entire almost the entire allotted time limit to beat them, but I did it. And I really if that sort of thing, like I said, if you really like building your character to make them as strong as possible, even like I said, even though you're fighting the same monsters, if you like that sort of thing, you'll really enjoy this game a lot. Also, there's a lot. It kind of looks like Dragon's Dogma. I can't really attest to that because I haven't played that game. I heard it's really good though. I'll have to check that out at some point. Because I have heard of it, I just never played it, so I can't really say for sure if that's a thing or not. Another thing too, if learning about a game, if taking time outside of the game, like as in like doing research and talking with people about certain things about the game. If that's not something you like to do, this game's not for you either, because there's a lot of things this game doesn't tell you about the systems. Like, it took me forever to figure out what affinity was, because for a long time I didn't really pay attention, and then when I did, I was like, well, what the hell does that even mean? And I had to look it up. But I mean, if you have somebody who's knowledgeable about the game already, that helps a lot, because then if you have questions, you have somebody that can answer them for you. You know, like I said, if learning, like, you'll be learning stuff about this game long after you start playing it. Like, there's still certain things that I'm just now, like, figuring out. And I've probably put close to 300 hours into this game. So, there's definitely plenty of content. But, like I said, if you just, getting the game. Yeah, absolutely. I say everybody should give it a shot. It is grindy. It is a grindy game. But part of what makes the game fun is learning how to make that grind lighter and lighter. Like, you want to make it, like, if you're like a speedrunner type, there's builds out there that people have that you can actively go find that you can use to beat some of these monsters, even like the strongest ones, within literally like a minute or two. Like, you're usually given anywhere from about 30 to 50 minutes for most hunts. 50 minutes is the standard for like story missions and optionals usually. Most of the time when you get less time, it's because oh my god, the dog costume. Oh yeah, he's wearing the little oolong outfit. That was like that was like, they just had some kind of Winterfest thing in this game. It's over with now, but the armor set that I'm wearing, which you can't see it, Chun-Li skin, yeah. Yeah, I was kind of hyped when I saw that. I was like, oh, I can get a Chun-Li skin for my handler, so I did. But yeah, there was a part of the event was you could get the oolong skin, which you can't see what it looks like on my guy because I've got layered armor on right now. Because a lot of what you do in this game is you're mixing and matching armor pieces. Like, it's rare unless you're just playing like, you know, like stylish Monster Hunter. Like, you don't care about your skills as much. You just want to look cool. You're going to be putting different armor pieces from different monsters together, and sometimes it looks like complete butt. Like, it looks like real ass, and you don't want that. So yeah, Fashion Hunter, there you go. And to fix that, they've added these layered armor sets. So I don't have a ton of them. There's like way more than what I have, but a lot of them you have to fight like the arch-tempered monsters from vanilla Monster Hunter, and get tickets. You have to beat them a couple times. Like, I specifically went for this Ryu one for a while. It took me a little bit, but I got the Ryu one, and then I got the commission one because this one actually looks pretty. I think this one looks pretty good for Iceborne specifically. But there's an actual one they give you like at the beginning of Iceborne. Like, this is, you know, when you first go to Hoarfrost Reach, the game's just like, here, have this. This is, you know, you can wear this. But I like this one better, so I have this one. The armor set that I'm wearing actually looks like, let's see. I may have to just take that set off. Yeah. So this is what the armor set that I'm wearing actually looks like. Which I'm wearing the entire, like, all of the pieces are from one set, so of course it goes together. It looks fine. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. But I think for the environment that I'm doing a lot of these hunts in, I think this just makes more sense. So, so yeah, I'll get into a hunt here in just a second. Right now in the Iceborne story, I'm not really actually doing any direct missions. I've got to find some stuff. I got to find something in Ancient Forest. I'm assuming there's just something I'll stumble upon. I don't know if I have to do it through expeditions or if I have to. It can just do missions and get it done. But So there didn't seem to be anything special about Great Jaggy in Master Rank. He was pretty much the same guy, same monster, and not really any more difficult than usual. That's weird that these are in Master Rank already, but whatever. Upgrades. Oh, okay. I need to do these. I forgot. I've got to upgrade a lot of my my mantles, and I need to get some more canteen ingredients. And most of that comes from optional missions. So I wasn't paying attention to those, and I should have been. Defense. Ooh. These don't do much for skills, but doesn't matter. Don't usually get a lot of By the way, congrats on the kid. Thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's about 5. What's today? The 10th? Yeah, he's about 5. He's 5 months old now. So he's getting bigger every day. It's crazy, and my daughter is actually turning 4 tomorrow, so it's kind of nuts. It's kind of insane. Can't even keep up with it. They just like grow up super quick. Yeah, I've been a dad for a little while. Yeah, it's not totally new. We had one girl, and then we had one boy, and that's it for me. I had 2 kids. We nailed it. You know, twice we got a boy and a girl, both redheads, both of them the cutest kids in the world. And that's it. The cooking in this game. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have skipped it. Now I feel bad. No, I didn't skip it, did I? Wow, I don't think I skipped it. My brain's just off into space right now. Yeah, the cooking cutscenes are phenomenal. I love it. That was another one of the things, like, when I first started playing this game that kind of wrote me in. Like, it's such a little thing, but like it's one of my favorite things to do is to eat a meal before the hunt. Alright. Stay out of this. What is that? Ooh, armor spheres. Free armor spheres. I'll take. So this is the first monster you fight when you first start up Iceborne. Or when you get to Hoarfrost Reach for the first time, rather. He's not too tough. He's basically a third version of a monster from Vanilla called Giratitus, and he's a water monster. Oh, there he is. He just kind of slides through the snow like it's water. Is this game crossplay? It's not, but it really, I don't see why it couldn't be. Honestly, it's not, but it should be. I mean, it's a PvE game. You know, there's absolutely, as far as I know, there's absolutely no like player versus player in any sort of like any way. So, oh boy. Oh, I forgot to hit the hot drink. Oh. Ooh, I got a forecast. Now, I don't have a forecast. Yes, I do. Is running my big fat mouth. Oh, free trap. The Fortnite version Dauntless is crossplay. It's not as cool as Monster. Yeah, I've seen it's free, I guess. Like that's kind of like the only. It's pretty much the only thing it has over Monster Hunter is it's free. But it's like I tell anybody that I see playing it that is like, yeah, it's fine, it's okay. But if you want the proper experience, you gotta play Monster Hunter. What is Dauntless? It's exactly what how May described it. Imagine if Fortnite was a Monster Hunter game. I don't think there's as many monsters in the game. I don't know. I don't think there's as many weapon options either. And also there's Bombaro. There's also not. I haven't played. I should say I haven't played it myself. I've only seen people play it. So I'm not real familiar with every part of the game. I probably should really try it just to kind of get a better idea. But the overall impression I get is like if you have Monster Hunter, you're not missing anything if you don't play Dauntless. So, and you know what Dauntless doesn't have? It doesn't have cute cats making you steaks and shrimps, right? For your big hunts. And you know what? It also doesn't have. You also don't get to make a cat that follows you around. I don't think. Maybe you do, but it may not be a cat. I don't know. But a cat cheerleader. Oh, he's more than a cheerleader. You see what he's doing? Look at him. He's getting me all these money. All the monies. He's not just a cheerleader. He is your straight up. He's straight up your buddy. Like he helps you out. He's your partner. Oh, he's down. Oh, he's enraged. He's running. Okay. Pets are supposed to be really good in this. Yeah, so much like Dogma, but online. Sadly, Dogma single player. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, you get your Palico. Your Palico's got like his own armor set that you can give him. He's got his own weapon sets. He has equipment that you can. He's got like different equipment items that you can give him. You can give him like the ability to bring you heals. You can give him a horn that will buff you in certain ways. Or you can give him what I've got right now, which is the Plunder Blade, which like is just a material farm. Like you tell him to use it, and he'll get extra parts off of a monster. You bought the game, sweet. Let me know what weapon you use or what weapon you pick from. There's a lot of what monsters you fight by single player. I'll check that game out. I need to. I've heard about it. I just never played it, but I should. But yeah, let me know what weapon you're feeling. And I would also say like the game will tell you some like basic combos, some basic like moves you can use with the weapon in the little training area or whatever. But I would say look up a guide on YouTube or something on the weapon that you want to use, and you'll find plenty of videos of people, giving not just move sets and stuff, but also like what skills synergize really well with like whatever. Because that matters. It doesn't matter so much in low rank. That's another thing. don't stress that stuff so much in low rank. Learn about it, but don't sweat it, because monsters in low rank are easy enough that the only thing you really have to worry about is going to. So like if a monster, you know, if a monster breathes fire, bring an armor set that has good fire resistance. You know, it's pretty much a no-brainer in that regard. But like when you start fighting monsters in high rank, that's when you really kind of want to start paying more attention to what skills you're putting together and trying to sort of, you know, balance all your offensive and defensive skills in such a way that, you know, they work well together. Let's see. I'd probably go a more agile weapon and character. Alright, so if you want agility, you want, okay, the glaive, the weapon I'm using is really good. It's got a lot of mobility, because it has this, right? It has, like, you can fly up in the air. There's no other weapon that I know of that does that. Don't mean to be mean, but turn the mic up a little and the game volume down. Okay. No, it's not mean. I appreciate you telling me that, actually. I tell you what, why don't I do game volume down? There we go. Okay. I'll do that. Turn the mic up. Unfortunately, I think I've got my mic almost maxed in terms of like how it's a blue snowball, so it's not great. I need to get a new one, honestly, at some point. Lost my place. That's alright though. I'm like half paying attention. It was awesome, just a little quiet. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's made more for like people to. It's more of like for like the YouTube videos where like multiple people are sitting around and talking versus like, you know, one person. It's a room mic, whereas, you know, I need something, especially because when I first got this mic, me and my wife were actually doing YouTube videos, but then that kind of fizzled. We didn't do that for super long. Do you have a tripod stand? Not this one actually has one, but I mean, no, I don't. Not like just on its own. I don't. Well, I'm whiffing. I need to get one. I actually have a green screen too, but honestly, I just I don't have like the lighting options I have available right now are not good enough for for me to use my green screen. It just doesn't look good. Even with the settings and all right, a lot of times the lighting's just not. It just looks bad, so I just don't use it for now. You missed the Christmas tree? Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. And it won't be back for a long time, unfortunately. We were actually responsible and put it away on time this year instead of waiting until like 3 or 4 months into the year. But if I'd have known, if I'd have really known you'd have been bummed out about it, I would have left it up. Like, let's do it year round. Oh, that's the wrong monster to attack. I bought it with a tripod and changed it for a stand that I can move near my mouth. The snowball works best when it's near. Yeah. I had when I first got it, I was having. Now I should say when I first got it, I knew nothing about setting up a lot of this stuff. But the problem I was having early on was like it was either the mic was like way too sensitive, like ridiculously sensitive, or it was like, you know, you couldn't barely hear anything unless you were talking literally right here. And then I think I finally found a decent balance for it. I don't know why I keep picking stuff up. I can't carry anything else. Also, Bonbaro is about to. Do you have a pop filter? I do not. I do not have a pop filter. I don't talk close enough to it. I don't know how much it matters. It might matter. It might make a difference, but that's what you need, honestly. You know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. I probably should do that. There's a lot of things that I need to upgrade with my setup, but you know, I don't stream as often like as I used to. Part of that's when it's oversensitive, a pop filter will be good for that. Yeah. It's not because I don't want to stream. I really do. I really wish I could stream more frequently, but you know, 2 kids, it's just hard sometimes. And especially with mine and my wife's work schedules. Usually by the time I'm able to even sit down and play during the week, it's like 9 or 9:30. And during the week, I don't really want to stay up until, you know, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning playing. So, you know, and if I'm streaming, I want to put more than like an hour in. I don't want to stream for like an hour. So, bring the kids on stream. Maybe. I'm not, and that's not to say anything about you guys, because you guys seem cool. You guys seem like, you know, you're pretty chill folk. I'm a little weary of that though, just because there are creeps. You know what I mean? Responsible dad stream, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That would be a good one for sure. But you know, I'm just a little weary of, like, you know, people for, you know, and maybe that's a little silly, but like, I just, you know, you never know, man. There's just weird stuff goes around that you don't want it to go around, and when the kids get involved, it's like, don't blame you there. That's definitely something that costs. Yeah. But like I said, when it's just like, you know, a couple people that, you know, I'm not really worried about, it's one thing. I guess that'd be more of an issue if, you know, I had like a giant audience or something, and, you know, but still, I'm still wary because you never know who comes in to your stream. So, ooh, I need to eat up. Where'd he go? There he is. Get some mats over here. Let's get our buffs back. I need white. There it is. So, might not be able to stream on weekends in the future. Same for me. Work sucks when I stream. I can really stream on the weekend, and I found out my fiance might be pregnant. Oh, wow. Well, congratulations if that is the case. Yeah, that's a big change there, my friend. You'll get used to it if that is the case. You'll get used to it. You'll find the balance. That's the main thing. You got to find that balance. When you first, you know, have your kid, you know, it's a little overwhelming. Especially like the first few weeks, because, you know, you're so worried about, like, you know, how you're even going to sleep at night, let alone, you know, what you're going to be doing in your quote unquote free time. But you'll find it. You'll get there. But yeah, congrats again. That's, you know, that's if that ends up being the case, that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, the dad jokes thing, that goes in full swing as soon as you have a kid. It's super real. It's like, it's weird, you can't help it. Wait. You get free day. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Nobody gets to roll their eyes or like make groaning noises. Nothing. They don't get to. They're not allowed to anymore. You haven't told any dad jokes yet? Yeah, you're right. I don't have any good dad jokes though. I don't even have like the clever ones that are like, they're stupid but funny. Like, I don't even have those. I don't have any of that, unfortunately. I've got like I use all the stupid cliche ones. Anytime my daughter, you know, says she's hungry or anything like that, but that's about it. Did you hear about the man that fell off a cliff and lost his arm and leg? Lost his left arm and leg? No, I didn't. Tell me about this man that fell off a cliff and lost his left arm and leg. It's okay. He's all right now. Yep. Yeah, you'll be all right. Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. You're already halfway there. All right. Let me take this guy down. Come on, bud. Oh no, he didn't go anywhere. Why? It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I agree. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, free swipes. Also, why am I not doing weak point damage? There we go. Ah, here we go. Now he's ready to go. He's running. He's running. But it doesn't matter. What do you call a deer with no eyes? I've heard that one, but I don't remember. I don't remember the punchline. What is it? What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well done. Wait, you said you bought this game. What platform? Did you get it for PC, Xbox, or PlayStation? PC? It's a good one. That's a good one to go for. I do wish it was cross-platform. I had to read that. I had to read that twice because I was like, "Wait." I thought Dan was just slow to respond to the first one, and then I saw and I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." With the follow-up. I got Slugger Jewels now. Scottish jokes for days. I'm a little slow, so that's not far from the truth. We're all a little slow, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good. My brain goes off into space way more often than it probably should. I should probably be worried, honestly. My memory's bad, too. My short-term memory. My wife wants to kill me half the time. She thinks I'm not listening to what she says, and it's not true. I do. It just goes. It just like it stays like in my head for probably like a whole 30 seconds, and then it goes. The second any new information goes in after that, the other parts just.
Let's go on an expedition and have a look around.
Can't. I hate it because I don't want to be like that. Are you listening to me? Yes, I swear. No, you're not. What I just say? I don't remember. I can't even remember. What would Homer call his pet baby deer? I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. I got it. Yeah, I'm on board. Oh, yep. There it is. There it is. Okay. Well, hold on. I don't need to get that yet. It wasn't bad. I would be lying if I didn't say the punchline was a little bit on the nose. But it wasn't a bad joke. Guy walks into a baker's, points and says, "Is that a donut or a meringue?" Baker says, "No, you're right. You're right enough. It's a donut." Oh, okay. A meringue in Scottish means, am I wrong? Okay, yeah, see, I didn't, that requires prior knowledge that I didn't have, so Don't worry, I'm a dummy though. It's fine. It doesn't mean your joke is bad. It means I'm a dummy. Where am I going? Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what I need to do? Hold on. Wait. Two things. I need to go spin the wheel. I haven't spun the wheel, and I've done several hunts already. Hold on a sec. First, I gotta go. I need God Bug, so let me go swap that out first. See, I should have done that sooner, because I wasted a mission. Been to America every year as a piper. I'm hoping to get a pass to live there. Piper. Bagpipes. Oh! Okay. That's pretty cool. If I was reading, the reason it took me a second to respond to that is because I was making sure you weren't like telling a joke, and I wasn't about to just totally buy into the fact that you were telling a joke, and I thought it was real. But okay, it is real. That's cool. So you're not from America. But that's cool. You're from Scotland. I've always kind of wanted to visit Scotland or Ireland. I really anywhere in Europe, honestly. But like where I'm from, I'm lucky to be able to leave the state for longer than a week or two. So it's not really much of a tourist thing. Yeah, but I mean the country there's beautiful, right? Like the landscape. Where I'm from, like you can't see anything because there's just trees everywhere and it's boring. And it's flat. Well, no, I take that back. It's hilly, but there's just trees every day. It is one day wonderful. Not a 1 week one day. Oh, yeah, okay. I gotcha. I don't know, man. If I go somewhere with pretty landscape, I can stay there for a week, even if there's not much to do per se. But that's just me. You can find something to do. Trust me, if you saw where I actually live, like you'd understand. Like it's pretty much, it's barren and boring, and there's nothing to do. It's why I play video games so often. Is because they're just boring. There's nothing to do anywhere, and it doesn't look nice either. And I don't live out in the country, but like I live near the country. And the country is not even super pretty either. Because it's, like I said, it's just trees and nothing. Wanting to move to Orlando. That's a pretty good place to move. I don't know, I don't know a whole lot. I mean, I've visited around the area a couple times. My great-grandmother, before she died, lived in right outside of Tampa Bay. So, I mean, I know that's not, right. I know that's not Orlando, but same state and same vicinity, so I mean it's pretty. You've been there? Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to go there. We haven't been there in a long time, but I used to go visit there pretty frequently. I probably live, I would say, to Tampa. Is a person in a kilt? Yeah, I would imagine. Probably don't see a person in a kilt super frequently anywhere around here, honestly, outside of St. Patty's Day, anyway. I'm actually in Mississippi, so I'm probably 10 or 12 hours from that part of the country. So it's it's not an insanely long drive, but There we go. This cable. Cable for this freaking thing is flimsy too. If I accidentally bump it with my knee or something, it turns off. All right. I was gonna say, I understand buying it on PC, buying this on PC, because like I guess that is the optimal way to play it. Honestly, it's the optimal way to play pretty much anything if you can. I was gonna say if you did get it on Xbox, I was gonna maybe tag along and do a couple hunts with you to let you get the hang of it. The only thing with playing somebody who's like at the point that I'm at though, is like it's almost like you don't really get to play when you play with somebody who's extremely overleveled, because if I went and I fought a great Jagras in low rank right now, I'd probably be able to beat him within 30 seconds, maybe less. So you wouldn't even really get like the full experience of fighting a monster and taking it down on your own. You don't have a console. That's okay. I mean, like I said, PC's kind of in terms of performance and everything, it's the best way to play. So I mean, I have a PC that can handle pretty good games. Like, it's not top of the line, but I just don't play it as much. It's not common, but the older men will wear a kilt or a tartan outfit, but most men will be Scottish nationalists. That's cool. Is this person in a kilt comment? Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, appreciate you bringing us the kilt information to the doghouse, because that's actually something I was thinking about myself, but Dan was nice enough to ask the question. I only wear kilts at weddings, funerals, events, parties. Well, that sounds pretty often, but like, it sounds like you do it pretty frequently. Weddings and funerals, that's pretty seldom. But like when you threw events and parties, that was like, okay, that's a little bit more frequent. So you wear them, you don't wear them super rarely. You wear them pretty often unless you just don't go to a lot of events and parties, which is understandable, because I also do not go to many events and parties. So I understand if that is the case. Kilts here is like a fancy dress. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. So yeah, I guess it'd be like wearing a tux here for something. All right. What was I about to do? Oh, spin the wheel. Hold on. I gotta go back to Celiana. It's a clan thing as well. A clan thing? Well, that sounds cool. A clan thing, you say? Every clan has a different style of kilt. Oh yeah, is that well, different style of kilt? Yeah, because like I guess everybody has their colors, right? So I guess that makes sense that they would have their own kilt style. I'm in the oldest clan, the Macintosh. There's a joke there that I'm just not funny enough to put together about the name and computers, but I can't make it work, so I'm not even gonna try. That's cool though that it's the oldest clan. I can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. You're gonna have to do it for me. You come in the doghouse, you have to provide the entertainment this way, okay? If you think I'm gonna drop some bangers in the joke department, you'll be sorely disappointed. Unfortunately, my mom was Macintosh, my dad was Hepburn. See, man, that's cool. I like that. I like the. I mean, obviously, like we don't really have much of that around here. You just kind of like, you got your mom and your dad and like your grandparents that you see on holidays, and that's, and once in a while, and that's about it. We don't have a super deep family history or anything like that goes on, that's on that level. The wheel. I'm gonna go spin the wheel. Okay. So they added this to Iceborne. You don't want a clan, trust me. Well, I guess, and I'm just assuming here, obviously, but I would imagine clan kind of to me implies like large, like massive family events. Which to that I'm like, no, thank you. I don't like large anything. Your family argues over what clan you were to be born in. Interesting. Well, you must be pretty. You must be pretty valuable to your to both sides. If they're willing to, play tug of war over which side you represent. So that's a good thing, in my opinion. Family argues over what clan is because like aren't, and in the past it would have been more. That's crazy. Pog. If Scotland was independent, I would be close to a Scottish throne. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I love it. I love it. You've got this crazy backstory that I didn't expect somebody coming and hanging out in my stream would have. I'm learning so much. Yeah, same here. It's very interesting indeed. Scottish independence. Yeah, I don't know as much about that as I probably should. Yeah. The equivalent of royalty, I'm assuming. I'm out of fuel. Okay. So England in the past was. Yeah. Okay. I should backpedal. I'm familiar with that aspect of it, but I just don't know enough to beyond like the very 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 surface level sort of stuff. If we talk wars. Scotland and England had the most wars. I should have paid more attention to history, man. And know more about this stuff. I watched Braveheart once, but, I barely watched that. Like, that was, I just kind of loosely observed as it was on TV once. And I'm sure that's a weird... Braveheart was a lie. Yeah, I mean... That's not shocking. I mean, anytime any of that stuff is adapted to Hollywood, it's always kind of... It's always got to be kind of twisted in a way to make it as entertaining as possible. What do you got for me? Velkhana? What? So that was for nothing. He didn't... Robert the Bruce was much more than a rebel fighter. I'm sure. I don't know, but I'm sure that's true. All right, let's see. Ooh, we get lots of attack. Wait, so Mel Gibson isn't Scottish? Yeah, you got, yeah. I thought you might be joking, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell over text. Give me all the bread. When Scotland nobles made peace and made the English king the 10th king for Scotland. I couldn't get the emote fast enough. So they cut Robert the Bruce into Peeves. Then Scotland went apeshit. Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get like a notebook and write this stuff down because this is a lot to take in. It's a lot. It's a lot of information. It's like Dan said earlier, learning so much. More than I expected to. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Learning like all kinds of stuff. And we became slaves. Well, that's not good. Nowadays we're not, but we still want to be free of England. Of course. Do our own thing. Who wouldn't, you know? Especially with the history that that country has, your country has. It's America and the Brits, yeah. It's a little crazy to me that that's even still a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I had heard that, but I didn't know if Scotland technically had their freedom or not. You know what I mean? I didn't know if England having control over Scotland was, well, if you ever see the English banner, it has the Scottish banner, unicorn and chains. Oh, wow. That's not great. Scottish, okay, English banner. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Yeah. I got it. Let's see. Does it have another name besides just English banner? Because I can't seem to find it. Wait, let me look up images. Let me just do images and see. Yeah, I don't see it. Let me look up. Yeah, I don't think it'll let. I think I've got it set where it won't let you post a link. They sent a link. Hold on, let me check. Let me pull up. I don't have Twitch up on my PC, but I can pull it up real quick. Well. Yeah, you may have to. Yeah, you may have to send it to me in a message in a DM. Yeah, because yeah, I've got my all my precautions set up. We've had one or two troll encounters, so had to keep it up, unfortunately. Upgrades the harvest box. How do I DM? I don't know. Do you have to be friends with somebody on Twitch to send them a private message? I don't think you do. You're watching via Okay, yeah. Yeah, you should be able to, yeah, they've got you covered. Let's see. Alright. Well, I'll be keeping an eye out for that. In the meantime, I'm going to be delivering 20 young butterburs. Got to upgrade that harvest box. Also, I need to figure out where the harvest guy is out here. Oh, right here.
Let's do this.
Oh, he's okay. This is the Argosy and botanical research together. That's cool. Let's see, because I want to see. I do want to see. Oh, here we go. I got it. Oh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yep. That's not great. That's not great. Man, that's boy, the yeah, hold on. I'll tell you what. Shoot. Well, I'm on console, so I can't put it up on screen. Hold on. Yeah, you may have to send it to yeah. I guess I could technically put the link up myself. But if he sent it already, then you got it. You're good. Alright. I think I ate already. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Especially like with that still being, yeah, especially with that possibly still being a thing in 2020. Scotland being so small, we fought them so well, they almost lost. Regular 300, eh? But with like probably more than 300. But still. No. I don't need these. I need that hot drink though. Give me that hot drink. Scotland beat the Romans. Is that right? Do they? Man, I have to look all this stuff up. You're giving me a mission to go on a Wikipedia rabbit hole of sorts. They sent a legion in and they did not return. Well, damn. There you go. You gotta lay it down. You gotta let them know. Okay, I know that said... What did it say? Oh, it's gone now. Okay, also, since this is... All we're doing here is getting items. So, I'm going to go get... I really need to gather some stuff, so I'm going to take this opportunity to get rid of all my items, except for my expedition stuff. Oh crap, do I still have my hot drink? No, I put it away. I do need that. Alright. Now I can gather stuff without running out of space. Oh, that's another thing. Get used to making loadouts. Because the game gives you like literally hundreds of loadout slots for weapons, or I'm sorry, for weapon and armor combinations and for item combinations. And you really want to learn what items, what like what items are important to bring. The main thing being you pretty much always want to have mega potions in every build. You want to have some of this stuff comes later, but there are items. There are a couple. There's like 3 or 4 items you can carry with you that just buff your attack and defense just for being in your inventory, and they're infinite. And once you have them, they pretty much never leave your inventory ever. So you want stuff like that. Do you have Discord? I do. In fact, there is a Discord. There is the Doghouse Discord, which I think it just posted a link in chat. If you want to check it out, I haven't. Now, I'll be honest. I haven't done really anything with it in a while. I used to post my schedule there pretty frequently, but at this point, I think it gets used more to promote like other like people that stream that I interact with pretty frequently. But like I need to update the some of the channels on there too, because I've got some stuff that's like when I first started streaming, I played fighting games like mainly like Street Fighter 5 pretty much all the time. And then I started playing MK11, and then, I kind of dropped Street Fighter 5 on stream for a while. And then I started streaming more, like, just whatever games. Like, I kind of backed away a little bit from just doing fighting games, because as much as I love playing fighting games, they can be stressful, and playing them on stream adds a lot of pressure. Especially because I'm not really super good at Street Fighter. I'm decent enough. I win about 50% of the time, but in terms of like, and compared to a lot of the bigger Street Fighter streamers, like I'm pretty much a nobody. Not just stream wise, but also skill wise. Like I haven't even cracked gold yet. Played that game when I was younger with my dad. Yeah, I got into Street Fighter more recently. I've always kind of been a Mortal Kombat fan, like, since I was a kid, because I played it when I was a kid a lot. And then, not long after I got my PlayStation 4, I was like, you know what, I'll dabble and play Street Fighter 5. It looks good. It looks interesting. It has a pretty big audience, casually and professionally, anyway. And I'm glad I got into it, but it is difficult. It is a challenge for sure. And like I said, playing it on stream adds a level. It was Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. Yeah. I played Tekken a lot when I was younger. Me and my buddy would play Tekken 2 a lot. All my friends would fight about. Yeah. The communities are so different. Tekken fans, like, you can tell the difference between a Tekken fan, an MK fan, and a Street Fighter fan. For sure. And you don't even have to be too close to a Smash Brothers fan to know that they're a Smash Brothers fan, if you know what I'm getting at. Once you get a whiff of them in the vicinity, you'll know that they're a Smash fan. So, I shouldn't throw that shade, because I do like. Oh, found a campsite, just accidentally. Sweet. Well, there we go. There's one campsite down. There's also in Discord if you want to chat. Going to bed in 30 minutes, though. Okay. Well, that's cool. I know it's getting kind of late. Well, also, I guess I don't know what time it is where you are, but I appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate all of you guys hanging out tonight. I don't know if May, if you're in here, how far did she get in Dark Souls? Like, what time is it over there? At what point did she shut it down? I do kind of hate that I was streaming when she was playing that, because I always love to watch people play Dark Souls. 5:47 a.m. Oh, jeez. So is this you staying up like ultra late, like to the point that you're up at 5:47 in the morning, or is this you woke up super early and you're just up right now? I guess you just said you're going to bed though, so I guess that kind of answers my question. So never mind, I'm an idiot. I just need to learn how to read. They used to be my sleep schedule, like literally every day. I work weekdays, so weekend I stay up. Yep, same here. I'm right there with you. Before I had a full-time job, because I mean, you know, when we found out we were having my daughter, I pretty much had to snap into real job mode. So I quit my part-time job and got a full-time job and started working, 8 to 5. But before that, I would, she just got to undead. Oh, okay. Be interested. I kind of hope she sticks with it and gets to the end, because it always makes me happy to see people like persist and come out on top in those games, because it feels really good in Dark Souls, especially because you know how difficult it's perceived to be by people, and it is. Like I said, it is hard. I will say, once you really understand how to play Dark Souls, like to the point where you know how to approach every fight, it does. I don't want to say it's easy, because I feel like that's not really true. I feel like it's always a challenge, regardless of how good you are at it. But it does get easier to deal with the enemies. And chat in Discord if you want to chat. My fingers hurt. Oh, yeah. Well. Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull my Discord up. I actually don't have it up right now. Hold on. Let me see. Oh shoot, I hope my app doesn't go on the other screen. Tie Discord into OBS. Oh, cool. I need to do that. Does that include Streamlabs or just OBS? I mean, I would imagine it includes Streamlabs. Slobs. Works with Streamlabs. Sweet. Well, it's the type of thing. Let me see. Streamlabs. Oh god, I'm under attack. What? Oh, get off. Oh god. That's new. Slobs all the way. Alright, I need to go find... Really need to go find... Boy, these guys are just really asking for it. There we go. Come here, you bastard. Oh, they're tough. Can't take that away from them. Taking advantage. Yeah, they sure were. Get some of that thick fur. That thick fur. Did you guys see that PC Gamer article about this game? I don't really stream with a cam, but I might in the future. Do you do stream though? Like even with that webcam? Because if you do, I'll hit you with that thick follow, and I'll have to pop in when you do stream. I'll start using Discord more. Like I said, I don't use it as much because I haven't streamed as much, so I pretty much I really don't interact with it a whole lot. I made it, but really excited yesterday. I got 5 follows when I was in Dark Souls. Yeah, people love Dark Souls. They'll get in. Everybody wants to see, like, they love to see new blood. I don't mind. Just I like talking more than typing. I know what you mean. Trying to think how I'm gonna do this because I could hook up. See, the problem is the only microphone I have to use with Discord is the one that I'm using right now for the stream. So I don't know if I'll be able to use it for both. Unless, I guess technically, he did say that, Dan did say you can tie it together. Yeah. You can tie Streamlabs into Discord, so maybe... See, that's the kind of stuff that I haven't done enough research to even know where to begin to do that. But that is going on my agenda now. I do want to figure out how to set that up so that people can just hop in. Let me see. Dashboard. Just kind of casually walking here. In fact, hold on. You know what? Let me go to a camp real quick so I don't get jumped when I'm not paying attention. Let's see. No. Oh, sure. I guess. Okay, setting up the application. Head over to this. Streamlabs chatbot to Discord. Yeah. Add Discord as source, then add desktop audio as an audio output. Well, actually don't even need to add Discord as a source, just add your desktop audio Streamlabs. Yeah, okay, so I should disclose also, I'm having an issue right now with my desktop audio, actually. It seems to only work if I've got my headphones plugged in. For whatever reason, if I take my headphones out, and I know, and this is going into, I went into properties and changed the source to just my computer's audio driver, NVIDIA audio driver. But for some reason, it's still not picking up audio from the desktop, from my PC. It only, like I said, only works when I hook my headphones in and set it to headphones. It should still output to OBS regardless. Just add your... Well, I'll tell you what, hold on. I can test it real quick and see. Hold on. I'm just going to play music real quick. Do you guys hear any music playing? No? Okay. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I've got some technical difficulties that I have to work out outside of the game stuff. But you guys will give me something to work on after I shut the stream down. I'll have to. Unfortunately, Grave, I do wanna chat in Discord. 'Cause you seem like pretty alright, dude. But it may have to be next time I stream, because like I said, there's a couple things that I need to fix, and I don't I'm kind of afraid if I try to do all that right now, I'm gonna break something more, and then I'm gonna screw up my stream. I'm gonna like accidentally shut everything down, and my computer might explode, and then I might kill myself and my family accidentally. And I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. So, yeah. Well, next time around, next time I stream, if you're popping in, we'll chat it up for sure. I'll give you all the sick Monster Hunter tech, because you will have. I'm telling you right now, you will have questions. You will have questions, and I will have hopefully answers for you. I can't promise, but and also like I said, I'll be super curious to know what weapon. So are you familiar with the weapon selection in the game? As desktop audio, be sure to set your device to the current desktop audio, i.e. your headphones. Well, right now, I don't have my headphones plugged in to my PC at the moment. I'm playing on Xbox. I've got them hooked up. I've got my headphones hooked up to my controller. So I'm like listening to game audio. I don't have it hooked up. And like I said that earlier, I tried switching. Right now it's set to my NVIDIA audio driver, just the general, like if I don't have headphones plugged in, then it should be working, basically, is what I've got it set to. But it's not, for whatever reason. It's still not picking it up. I never played the game before, so I want to give it a shot. If you're okay, so based on what you told me earlier, if you're looking for like speed and agility, Insect Glaive is good. Dual Blades is really good. Dual Blades is very fast. It's not particularly very strong, but it is a very, very fast weapon, and it has a lot. The moveset for it's really cool. If you want a good sort of in between, I guess, the longsword's super popular. I believe the longsword by far is the most used weapon in this game. So, but it's kind of like it's a katana, basically. Like the way your character wields it and attacks with it, it's like a katana. You've got the bow, which is a ranged weapon, but it can be played like a close range weapon because of spread shot, which is like a sort of a shotgun blast. You can play up close with monsters with it and still do like massive damage. It requires, it's, like I said, the option to use it like just as a ranged weapon, just a generic ranged weapon, it's totally fine, you can do it, but it sort of excels. There's a very specific range that it excels in, and you'll get used to that. And there's like certain skills that buff, there are certain skills that buff the bow in ways that will be super helpful. There's things that increase your spread shot damage. You can increase the damage from your normal shots. You'll have to get used to ammo management. There's all kinds of ammo that have different effects. You've got your sticky ammo. You've got that's explosive. You've got ammo that paralyzes monsters. You got ammo that puts them to sleep. You've got power coatings that just make your normal ammo do more damage. I've dabbled with the bow. I haven't really jumped in super hard on it, but the couple times I did check it out, it was fun. I don't know enough about it to be proficient. Like, I fought a monster with it. I fought an Elder Dragon with it, and I probably shouldn't have, especially because the timer was set to 30 minutes instead of 50, and I ended up failing because it took me too long to kill it. Sent you a link. This is the class I played in Dogma. Alright. Here, I'll check it in just a sec. I've almost got this mission done. I'm going to finish it real quick, so I make sure I don't get caught running out of time. Oh, and don't stress a whole lot about the time either. You get 50 minutes, which is a very generous amount of time. Even early on, like, you can take monsters out as long as you're being smart and pursuing without being overly aggressive. I mean, heck, you can even take a walk around the park, around the map, if you wanted to, a couple times. Collect a couple things, throw them in your inventory, and you'll still, or throw them in your item box, and you'd still be fine. So, damn it. Where time really comes into play are the tougher fights. When you start fighting like Elder Dragons, and there are investigations. Some of the investigations will give you like stupidly low amounts of like. There are like extremely hard Elder Dragon fights that have like tons of health that you have to complete within 15 minutes, which 15 minutes is not a lot of time for like a real fight in this game. You have to really be on, you really have to be very, 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 very aggressive. And it's hard to be super aggressive and play smart without getting smacked around. So, you almost have to kind of put on a lot of tanky skills that allow you to take damage without getting knocked around too much. So you can just kind of keep going in. Offensive guard and evade window. Nice. And if, as far as how to go through the game, you kind of want to jump around between. You want to do like a couple story missions, and then do some optionals, improve your gear a little bit, and then do a couple more story. You don't really want to power through the story, because then you run. What happens if you go too fast through the story is you run into monsters that are too strong for your gear, but you don't really want to do all the optional, like one of the things I try to do is do all the optionals and then do the story stuff. But if you focus too much on doing all the optionals, then you'll be in low rank a lot longer than you really need to be. Like low rank, like I said, you can't really speed through it because you'll get blown up by some of the stuff in high rank if you don't have a good set of gear for high rank. But you also, like I said, you don't want to. A lot of what you have, like your low rank armor, is going to be worthless when you get to high rank. So, like I said, you don't want to spend too much time. You don't want to overpower your gear, because you don't. When you get to high rank, it's not even going to matter anymore. Like it's kind of like the same thing, the same problem that Iceborne has, or that's not really a problem. It's intended, but the next rank up, like the worst gear, like the starting gear in high rank is like better than like the best gear you can get in low rank. So I guess my advice is don't spend too much time trying to get the biggest and best in low rank, because it won't matter. Just get what you need to get through it, basically. And then when you get to high rank, you want to get through it pretty quick, but you really want to make sure if you get all the way through high rank, and you decide that you like the game enough that you want to get Iceborne too. Just what I did was I spent a lot of time gathering decorations, which are pieces that you add to your armor that give you skill points in certain things. You want to gather a bunch of those, because those are kind of what make or break your armor sets, basically, a lot of the time. You want to get a bunch of those. You want to take on some of the most difficult stuff in high rank. You want to do the tempered fights. You want to do the arch tempered fights. You want to be able to handle that stuff. You want to be able to make sure you can handle those fights before you jump over to Iceborne, because so far the difficulty for Iceborne has been pretty tame. Like, it hasn't been super hard for me anyway. But I'm sure that's going to crank up here shortly. I'm fully expecting to run into a monster that's going to completely wreck my shit, and I'm not going to be ready for it.
Anyways, I believe
But we'll see. I guess we'll see how that goes. Let's throw some of that thick jelly. Alright. Nothing else to grab over here. Let's go eat. Okay. All right, hold on real quick. Tell you what, hold on, let's see. That's freaking cute. Oh wait, yeah, that's freaking cute. Those cats. Oh yeah, 100%. It's in a new vid. That's why this game reminds me of Dogma. Been lurking. What's the name of that area you stopped at? Oh yeah, I meant to ask her. I was asking earlier. How far did you get in Dark Souls 3 before you shut it down? Wait, I need to eat. I don't know what mission I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to eat first. Ooh, all of the meat, please. Melee still has to fight me. Third bonfire in the undead level. I'm so bad. That's okay. That's alright. I'll have to check out the VOD later. And maybe after I shut down, I'll watch it for a little bit. Yeah. You gotta watch out for people that invade you, because like some people build their characters specifically for PvP purposes. The eating animation, yeah. Well, I mean, isn't that how you would eat though? If you had if your food was like that, where you're just like, what do I even eat? I've got 15 things in front of me. You just grab everything. Grab everything and shove it in your mouth all at once. So, I mean, did you see that roast? It was it was trying to fall off the bone. And some people are assholes, get their higher level friends to drop them OP. Yeah, I mean, or some people are so good that they can go get the OP weapons. Well, right off the bat, well, I guess that's more Dark Souls 1 than Dark Souls 3. Like in Dark Souls 1, the best dex weapon in Dark Souls 1 is the scythe, I believe. In fact, I almost want to say stat for stat, I think the scythe is the best weapon in the game in terms of if you factor in all of the stats for weapons in the game, it's it comes out mathematically to be the best, I guess. You can it's in a difficult area, but if you're good enough, you can actually just rush the spot where it's located and get it, and then die, and then just start over back at the bonfire, and you've got the best weapon in the game. I don't think will ever see it like that. Okay. Estus to win. Okay, let's see. I guess I don't gotta worry about my kill stuff for a while, because I don't think I'll be fighting any Elder Dragons for a little bit anyway. Most of this stuff is going to be regular monsters, so we can attack. Or we can just capture. No. Nope, I don't let me sell items. I need to go check. What I need to do, I need to go check the armory, because I've been getting a lot of monsters, but I haven't done anything with armor sets, and besides getting the one I have now. Gonna head to bed now. Have a good night, everyone. Good night. Thanks for good night to you. Thanks for hanging out and sending everybody my way. We've been having a good time, and that is all thanks to you. So appreciate it. Have a good night. I'll catch you later. I'll check out that Dark Souls VOD and see how far you got. But yeah, see you later. Catch you next time. All right. Okay. Oh wow, I don't have Beotidus is the only armor set I even have enough stuff to make. Oh wait, no, okay, Viper Kodachi. I want to see what. Okay, I gotta see what this looks like. Oh man. Okay. All right, sweet. Oh my God, that's a Dark Souls ass character right there. It looks just like Siegmeyer, except for the head's not quite as oniony. It's less oniony. It needs to be more oniony. But everything else is. There was that one ring in DS1 that was really high risk, high reward. Onionite, yeah. That's what I was thinking. As soon as I saw that armor set, like I said, the head piece isn't quite the same, but Havel. You know what? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now that you say Havel, I see that more. You're 100% right. They just need like a giant sword or a giant just dragon tooth to carry around with it. What does Bonbara look like? Oh boy. Straight to Ragnarok. With that, that's so sick looking. I love it. See, this is the kind of stuff that makes me wish that you could just kind of have any armor set as a layered armor. Because, like, I want to wear that, but I don't necessarily want the skills that it's tied to. Let me see. He doesn't really have, yeah. The only good, like, really good skill it's got is resentment. All the other ones are not really very strong for just hunting in general. You really want it purely... Yeah. That's what I mean. And then, okay, the alpha set looks cool, too. Right, well, I'm off to bed. We'll check in tomorrow. Live stream. Thanks, man. I appreciate you sticking around and hanging out, man. I appreciate you also giving us the history lesson that you did. All that stuff is super sick. Loved it. So, yeah, we'll catch you later. And like I said, if I see you streaming, I need to follow you in case I do see you stream, and then I'll pop in. But yeah, good night, man. Catch you later. You gotta get. I mean, it's like 6 something where you're at, so yeah, absolutely, probably need to get some sleep. Anjanath's always kind of looked a little weird. Whoa, that's cool. I like that too. Red Tearstone. What did that one do? Hold on. That sounds like... That sounds like that just increases your health. Because there was blue... might be wrong though. Blue... Because a blue Tearstone Ring was a thing, but I don't... I remember that just buffing your defense or something. Y'all got me doing all this research on stream. Let's see. Because I gotta know. Oh. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, boost your damage. It's a... Yeah. It's a... Yeah. That's why it's risky. Because it just makes you stronger, but you gotta be close to death for it to work. Yeah, some of the rings in that game are crazy. Lumu Phantasm. Let's see. That's the Nightshade Palumu armor set. Which is... I'm glad that there's a cool looking set, because the Palumu set, the regular Palumu, is... It looks terrible. It's like the Kieran armor set. Kieran is a cool monster, but man, his armor looks terrible on the male characters. Looks really bad. Ingot armor looks pretty cool. You can't color it. You can. You actually can. Now with these armors, I don't. You can't usually color more than like 1 or 2 things on the armor. But the layered armors have a little bit more. Now I'm saying all that. They might have changed that. They might have changed it in this game, or in Iceborne. They might have given you more options to color. Let me see, Baroth. Okay, I like the beta set. I like the beta set. I don't like when they got like a cool mask and then the alpha option is like just no mask. Like, no, put the mask on. I like the mask. Let's see. Oh, what is this? What are the skills? Evade, extender. How are the decorations looking? Level 4 on each piece. Recovery up. Quick sheath. Constitution. So I'll show you. Now those don't particularly have any skills that I just need to have. Barioth gear looks cool. Yeah, I think so too. The problem is, like I said before, like there's not really too many situations where you really wear a whole set of a specific monster. Because you're kind of always mixing and matching to get the skills you want. Do you have the Mizusune gear? I don't know. I'm gonna say no because I'm pretty sure I don't have that. But let me see. Sune. Let's see. I don't think that's in World. I'm looking it up. I see Monster Hunter MH. I'm seeing Monster Hunter Gen. Yeah, I don't think that's in this game. I see that. I saw images. It looks cool. It looks like a cool armor set, but I don't think it exists in this game. Okay. What Skadachi got? Evade, extender, quick sheath, poison, attack. I imagine poison attack still sucks. It's always been kind of terrible. A terrible skill. I don't actually know how effective poison really even is as a status effect for monsters. You can poison monsters, but I just don't know how much damage it really actually does. Weakness exploit, sleep. resistance, wide range, clockwork, Steam ticket. So you need 2, 4, 6, you need 10 Steam tickets to get a full set of this armor. Whoa, look at that steampunk shit. That's cool. So you get hair, you get Fabio, no Fabio. Okay. Cool. It's pretty badass. Yeah, I like that. Now, to get it, you have to get Steam tickets, which you get from earlier. I did that. The Steamworks over here. You have to. You have to steam it up like so to a certain point, and you just get those tickets every so often, and you have to have 10. It looks like you have to have 10 of them to get that whole set of armor. Plus, you have to have other stuff too. But see if you can make yourself look like Smoke Scorpion or Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. You know what? It would be super cool if if they had that sort of thing as like a layered armor, but unfortunately, I think Capcom is probably going to keep it within their realm. I don't even think there's any armor that like even kind of looks like that, which sucks because it would be cool if there was like a Sub-Zero looking armor, especially because this is Iceborne. But you know, it is what it is. I'll go ahead and use up mine. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, so I kind of... It's not as complicated as it looks. They go crazy and that stuff kind of just happens every so often, but at the core, all you're doing is you're basically playing that bonus game from Super Mario World where you have to pick. There's like 5 or 6 platforms and you have to pick on each floor or on each level. There's 3 blocks and you have to pick like a random order to hit the 3 blocks in, and if you hit it in the order that they want you to, then you get an extra life or whatever. It's basically that. You just keep doing that, and it's all random. There's no like predetermined order or anything. You just kind of guess, and eventually if you get like you hit like a little bonus thing like that where you get free. You use fuel every time for every attempt that you do, which is why like I can't do it anymore. Every attempt costs you 10 fuel, and when you hit those bonuses, it doesn't cost any fuel to do those, so you kind of just get like a bunch of free spins. And every time you're successful, actually I think even if you're not successful, you get an item, and if you hit all 3 correctly, then you get like a really good item. But if you miss them, you just get like a mega potion or something, which is still pretty good. Because mega potions, like, you want to stay stocked on those. So, as you can see, you've got, like, all your freaking stuff here. This is all the stuff I've, collected over time. And as far as, like, usable items go, there's also the box that's got, like, all the decorations I've collected. The box that's got all the monster materials. This one goes pretty far back compared to everything else, anyway. Alright. Alright, I need to do Ancient Forest missions. I think I already did that, yeah. I need to do, there's an optional mission to unlock the a fourth slot to cultivate items from. Let's see, where is it? Upgrades. I'm glad it just tells you what these give you, because it makes me more willing to do them. You get a special ticket. Upgrades the harvest box. Well, the harvest box just lets you hold. That just lets your harvest box hold more items. It doesn't give you a fourth slot for picking out items. Maybe I just don't have it yet. Go take on a master rank Anjanath. He'll be around here, I think. Alright, alright. Fire is +5. I could get rid of Grinder and Vitality. Anjanath's not super hard to deal with. Problem is that still doesn't have me at 20. It's fine. I'll be able to shake it off. I'll be able to shake it off. Alright, alright. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking something there. There's Anjanath. Alright, bud, let's go. You and me. Oh, I can still get hit by that. Oh, he's running. Where are you going? We're just getting started. Get something. Oh boy. Oh, he came in hot. Ooh, the tail hurts. Alright, I need to throw on. Let's go ahead and hit our powders and our attack buffs. Throw on our temporal mantle here. Is that a Tigret? No, it's an Anjanath. I can see how you would think that, though, that would be the monster. So I don't blame you for that. Is he enraged? No, but he's fighting like he is. Oh, damn. Oh, yes! Oh, he is trapped. Oh, dang. I have very limited knowledge of this game, and most of it's from when there was a crossover on a mobile game I played. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it because a lot of the monsters, a lot of the ones that you're or not just monsters, I guess, but a lot of the stuff you're mentioning is from like other Monster Hunter games, like older ones. Also, if you play Tekken, some of that stuff is probably on Tekken as well. Oh, he's trapped. Yeah, get in there. Wow, he broke out of that quick. No matter. I'm gonna break his face. There he goes. I heard you say Tekken. Do you play it? I have played it. I don't play it like I haven't played it in a while, but I have played it. I thought when you said mobile, like a crossover on mobile, like that was kind of the first thing that popped in my head was that sounds like you might be talking about Tekken, but because you know, is it good? It's I do like it. It is interesting. It's a oh no, it was in Puzzles and Dragons. Oh, okay. Have you seen any of the gameplay for Tekken?